All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she be down the ride, oh, I bet that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Are you clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let's talk. But first, I want to thank those that were sticking around throughout my little vacation. Jay's going on vacation again for the weekend. We ain't really going on a vacation, but it's a vacation for me. Nonetheless, we're going to try and keep some of these videos going. But if I'm not here for a couple days, please don't leave me. Please don't go. News and information. Entering the next phase of negotiations. What we negotiating about? Let's talk. As previously reported, NALC, National Association of Letter Carriers, has continued to negotiate for a new collective bargaining agreement with the United States Postal Service during the statutory required 60-day mediation period. That period, which began a formal expiration date of the 2019 to 2023 agreement on May 20th, is set to expire July 19th, which, if I'm not mistaken, was yesterday. While discussions on the pay, benefits, and working conditions of America's city letter carriers continue to be productive, the parties have yet to reach a tentative agreement. I hope you guys that are following this have gotten your input to your presidents, okay? Because your presidents are supposed to be working for you, okay? National Association Letter Carrier President Brian L. Renfro, well, we already know about this guy. Y'all better do something about that. You don't know what I'm talking about. This is the guy that y'all got all them charges against, okay? And Executive Vice President Paul Barner are working closely together along with the union's lawyers and a team of national officers and staff to reach an agreement with the postal management that is worthy of the dedication and hard work of our active membership. While reaching a voluntary settlement and properly rewards city letter carriers for the work that they are doing delivering America's mail remains National Association of Letter Carriers' goal, preparation is ongoing for the binding interest arbitration that should become necessary. The meticulous work of the marshaling evidence and recruiting expert witness to make our case and interest arbitration proceedings has been going on for months. Under the law, such an impasse would trigger the appointment of a 3-member arbitration board comprised of a union advocate, a management advocate, and a neutral chair to conduct a binding arbitration to set the terms of a new national agreement. With the deadline and expiration of the statutory mandated 60-day mediation period looming, NALC will continue, as has been the case in the past, negotiating with the USPS and the next phase of the process begins. See, here goes, though. I'm going to continue in a second. This should have been taken care of already. This should have. If y'all president of your union wasn't out there getting arrested and acting a fool. Now, I'm not even in your union, but if that doesn't get you guys perturbed, I don't know what else does. And if he don't come through with a real solution to y'all issues, kind of like how they doing over with the Teamsters, then you guys know what you need to do, okay? Y'all need to collectively come together and get him out, because there's nothing good about him. I'm saying it, there's nothing good about him. The union is only as strong as the leader and the members. And the members, you guys is foot soldiers, so you guys are supposed to select and elect a good leader, and that guy is trash, spending y'all money like that. Sister. As we have in recent rounds of collective bargaining, we will remain at the table with postal management as long as the prospects remain for reaching a tentative agreement that meets our goals, Renfro said on July 14th. But we will move expeditiously to invoke the procedures required by law to resolve an impasse in bargaining should that prove necessary. On July 14th, the National Association of Executive Council received charges preferred against President Renfro by other members of the council. The charges will be addressed in accordance with Article 10 of the National Association of Letter Carriers Constitution. The process will not distract from our efforts to achieve a collective bargaining agreement or preparation for binding interest arbitration. The National Association of Letter Carriers Executive Council is committed to following our Constitution process and will not be deterred from our duties and responsibilities to fully and vigorously represent the interests of the nation's city letter carriers. Yeah, so that's just looked like they had to sprinkle some sugar on top of all the salt that they got going on in their life. But as I said already, yeah, they acknowledge that there's an issue. And you guys that are the foot soldiers out there sweating, people passing away because of this, he should have been on it the second the first person had issues. Hell, he should have been on it long time ago, in my opinion, when you guys had to continue to go inside these hot boxes, these ovens, and have you sweating to death. You going through 8 bottles of water and peeing for only 2 seconds. You know that this something. It's not healthy. Okay? And how is that being addressed? Well, we did it in the past. Well, we not living in the past. Trust me. Stop living in the past. Just remember when postal riders ride us. Postal riders ride horse. Okay, never mind. Yeah. I don't understand why nobody has been fighting for a better, like, what's up? UPS stated that they're getting their people air conditioned. Right? That should not have even been a question, being that you guys are out there in hot ovens. You go to any other YouTube video. This is being you're driving dangerous boxes. I made a video maybe a month ago about these things blowing up, catching fire, and they doing anything about it? Are they retraining any of the people that fix these things? No. They said, and this is behind the scenes, they figured out what the problem is and they're addressing it now. But have you carriers been alerted to what the problem is, why your vehicles are just suddenly catching fire? Should they recall them? What's to recall? Those vehicles are 35, 40 years old. LOVs, FFVs, ABCs, 123s. Come on now. There's so many issues that the letter carriers have to address or have to deal with. And then you have your president out there joyriding on y'all dime. Really, spending time down in, where was he out? In Louisiana? Out there by Mardi Gras? Yeah. Living a life. I want to live the life. When you guys do your selection process, however necessary, make sure you put a bulldog on the top. Somebody that's not in bed with management. Somebody that's going to fight for your rights. Somebody that's going to fight for equality amongst all of you and fight for the better pay that you guys deserve. Okay? Because a carrier should not start at the same rate as a clerk. My opinion. Clerks don't beat me up. But clerks are inside a building. They're not facing the elements to a degree. But the carriers on foot, straight. And my ex-wife's a clerk. I date people that, clerks, y'all it. Carriers though, different breed. They need a better starting pay. And if UPS can start their people at $25 an hour, I don't see why that's not realistic for us. Give these people $25 an hour and they may show up to work. Create a better working environment for them and they'll come to work. Stop with the management harassing them and calling them 30 times a day and they'll show up for work. That's just Jay's opinion. But what do I know? I'm just a dumb truck driver. This is JH with a little bit of information. If you found this information helpful to you, please do what you do. All right? This is JH and we out.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.